Let's go. Commissioner Garcia, you have a number of certificates of appreciation on the Teen Job Corps, one of the excellent programs that we have in the city.
Well, about 3 years ago, possibly even longer, there was a gentleman up in North Beach running around with an idea. He identified a problem with youth in the community, especially in North Beach. He, in his unique style, he went on and tried to do something about it. He called it Job Corps, Teen Job Corps. It was a great concept. And after a lot of trials and tribulations and effort by him and by some of the other members of the North Beach community, the Job Teen Corps became a reality. For all of you that don't frequent North Beach, if you ever go there to any event, you will see a bunch of very courteous kids, young kids, that otherwise, they would greet you politely, and they would be helpful, and they would not be intimidating like other teenagers could be at that age and those surroundings. Again, this is very impressive. I remember back about 6 months ago, Commissioner Gross and I, we participated cleaning a North Beach open park, and the cleanup, and the teams were there in force. As you all remember, probably a couple of commission meetings ago, we directed the manager to try to get a room up in North Beach, and I'm happy to say that I think that's coming on real nicely, and I'm very happy about it. And I think it's about time we recognize the individuals, because these are people that have really gone the extra mile to do something about the problem of gangs and teenage delinquency. I'm going to first of all, I'm going to embarrass the heck out of Mike Thompson right here, who was the crazy guy that was running around with the idea, But I wish there were a lot more crazy people like you, Mike, because you really had turned the life of many kids around, and that's maybe if he keeps doing it, there will be much recognition for the police officers in North Beach, because there won't be crime up there. So with that said, Mike, I want to give you the mic, and then I'm going to introduce the rest of the members of your staff.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. Yeah, it was kind of a crazy idea. What happened is I worked on this idea, and I couldn't get it started. And there was a new police officer who took over the position of community police officer. That was David De La Sperella, and he came by my house on a visit, and he said, "What can we do about the kids?" And I said, "Odd that you say that, and out came all the books." And we sat and we talked about it, and he was so excited. It was like passing the baton. When you're in a race, you pass it on to the next one. And David was that energy. The next thing that happened was we said, well, we're going to come up with some money. And then Jerry Libin entered the picture, and another one grabbed the baton. And this is the way it's been going. When we tried to get it started, I looked around and I said, what do we do? How do we really get this thing started? I called a good friend of mine, Jose Smith, who came over. He counseled me, gave me ideas, and that was the next person to carry the baton. When we tried to set it up, legal, we have to take a look at insurance, we have to take a look at so many other different things, and along came Richard Steinberg. And I asked Richard, I said, can you give us some guidance? And Richard's not only been there from the beginning, but he's still there, and he still answers my phone calls. Lastly, we needed an office. We were displaced. And you folks, thank God for all of you, a couple of weeks ago or 4 weeks or so ago, you asked the city manager to reach out. And I want to thank the city manager who not only just reached out, but I got a telephone call. He said, would you come to my office? He gave me an hour. We sat down, worked it out. And in the meantime, who comes along but Unidad with Margarita Cepeda? She says, I know your problem. Let me help. And the Unidad people came along, and now we have an office. So it's all coming together. It's not coming together by one person. It's coming together by all of you and all of the community. This is a community effort, and I think that it's going to succeed beyond our wildest expectations. So don't thank me. I want to thank all of you.
Thank you, Mike.
Mike. I don't know if everybody's here, but we have some certificates on it. If I call them, can you please come? And then what I'd like to do at the end, I would like to invite my fellow commissioners Smith and Steinberg to go on there with me. I mean, all of you too, specifically you too.
I'd like to say a couple of words
Please.
also. We heard earlier that Neil Fritz is the Marquis of Normandy Isle. I would call Mike the Sheriff of Normandy Isle. His house is very uniquely located within an area that is inhabited by a lot of young people. Any morning, if you drive by there, you see dozens and dozens of kids standing around waiting for the school buses. And the kids have a lot of respect for Mike. I can assure you of that. And Mike has developed a very unique relationship with these kids. And because of his knowledge of the area and the knowledge that he has about the kids and the kids' families, he's been able to be a role model and has been able to turn around a lot of the kids that have been in trouble. And they respect him, and for that, I'm very, very grateful. You've kept the community safe and clean, and I'd like to thank you and wish you that, just keep up the good work, and I'd love to continue to work with you on this.
We get Commissioner Bauer with a few comments?
I want to thank Mike also. Starting something new is very hard, as I well know. So I think that he persevered, and it's very commendable. It was a hard thing to do. And one of the best things is that all the organizations are starting to work together through this particular thing, which is helping children, which is the best thing that we could do in Miami Beach. So thank you.
Commissioner Cruz?
Yeah, I think when you have a problem and you identify and take action, that shows tremendous leadership, and that's what Mike has done here. As the police command sits up on front, we've had for years, there were problems up in the North Beach areas with teens. That was identified by a private citizen and undertaken to resolve. So, Mike, thank you very much.
Mayor?
Yes. Commissioner Steinberg?
I'd also like to congratulate Mike, and he's apparently very humble as well, and he comes up here and talks about everybody else doing the hard work, but he's been there throughout the entire process, and he's been there, while he may have said he passed the baton, he's certainly been there helping motivate everyone around him and making sure that they didn't drop the baton and that they kept going and kept moving this project forward. And it really has grown, and I believe it'll continue to grow with your dedication and your heart behind it. And I thank you for your hard work.
Commissioner Gross?
I guess I'll close by saying I've been to Mike's home like most of us here, and there are some special attributes that he has at his home that encourage passionate discussion about a variety of subjects. Mike's passion is not limited, as you know, to the Teen Job Corps. He's interested in a whole variety of other issues, including funding for improvements up in the North Beach area. Almost single-handedly was responsible for some of the streetscape work that's gone there, and he continues to fight for that and is a real solid citizen of the community. So thanks for all your hard work, Mike.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, let's read the names.
Okay.
All those people who've been active.
Mike Thompson,
Come on up.
David Esperilla. David, I always push your name,
If you need help with the Spanish, let me know.
You know what, David? What kind of name is in Spanish? Okay, Esperilla. Esperiela. Okay, David. David.
Saul?
Jerry Living. Okay, Jerry can make it today. You please give it. David Ruggiero. I tell you what, it's too early for me to come up with all this. Myra Delermy, not here. Blair Tomlin. Barry Klein. Is Barry here? Mr. Pintado, Frank Pintado. Come on down.
Congratulations.
Like they would say in Spanish radio, a la reja. Margarita Cepeda. This particular one, Diana Sucia, I would like, I mean, I'd hate to